Hello everyone and welcome to part 3 of the series Life on the Railway. I hope you are enjoying it so far, and if you haven't watched the first 2 videos, 1, where have you been, and 2, it would make sense to watch them first before you watch this one, so look on my playlist. So going on, this one is the early years of the railway. And it became something as a surprise even to supporters of railways to discover just how eager people were to travel on this new form of transport. The original promoters had thought of the Liverpool and Manchester Railway primarily as a freight line, and the Enabling Act of Parliament had a wealth of clauses covering the rate that could be charged for all kinds of goods, and right at the end one saying for all persons, cattle and other animals such rates as the railway company might decide upon. In fact, many people were treated a little better than cattle. The poorer passengers travelled in what were simply open trucks fitted with planks for them to sit on, if they were lucky. Wealthier passengers often preferred to have their own coaches loaded onto flat wagons, and they would stay in them for the duration of the journey. Many were nervous about what might happen when travelling at such immense speeds as 30 miles per hour, and their fears were stoked by scientific experts such as Dr. Dionysius Lardner, who proclaimed that a train passing through Box Tunnel in Wiltshire would deposit 3,091 pounds of noxious gases incapable of supporting life. How wonderful! As a result, the railway company found it necessary to arrange to stop at a tunnel entrance to allow some passengers to get off and take a stagecoach over the top to rejoin the train at the other end. Other experts took a very different view. One doctor declared that rail travel was a boon that equalises the circulation, promotes digestion, of smoke, tranquilises the nerves, from the fumes, and often causes sound sleeping during the succeeding night. I'm not surprised we're breathing all that lot in. The companies faced problems not previously experienced. For example, in Britain, clocks were set at noon when the sun was at its highest, but that meant that 12 noon in Bristol was not the same as 12 noon in London. This was never a problem with the old stagecoaches, when journeys took several days, but would have played havoc with the GWR timetables, otherwise known as Great Western Railway. So in 1840 the company decreed that all trains should run at London time. The guard leaving London would set his company watch to use it to adjust the clocks along the route to what would become known as railway time. In addition to this, arrangements also had to be made for people to have to stop on longer journeys, partly because they expected refreshments, but more importantly because the trains had no toilet facilities. Every Great Western train had to make a compulsory stop at Swindon in Wiltshire, where the refreshment room gained a certain notoriety for bad service. Brunel himself wrote to the manager that he was wrong in supposing that I thought you purchased inferior coffee. I said to him, I was surprised you should buy such bad roasted corn. Now, not everyone welcomed the new railways. Some objected to the noise, the speed, and the dirt, and others had stranger reasons. The Master of Jesus College, Cambridge, complained that they had made arrangements for conveying foreigners and others to Cambridge at such fares as might be likely to tempt persons who, having no regard for Sunday themselves, would inflict their presence on the university on that day of rest. And there you go, folks. That is the end of part 3 of Life on the Railway, looking at the early years of the railway. As always, please remember to like, share and subscribe, and please feel free to start any comments you so wish, as long as they are nice, in the comments section down below. Part 4 will be looking at life on the footplate of a steam engine. So until then, take care of yourselves and goodbye for now.